Nice ice cold water. That's what you need on a day like this, I tell you, man. Get a bottle that's empty, recycle it, fill it up with water, stick it in your fridge, and voila, nice cold water next day. Right, so I'm getting a video uploaded today from today. I did go metal detecting over near my permission. There's a little woodland beside him, and they're having a bit of a investigation who this woodland belongs to, because it's on the side of Ron's, my permission, landowner's property, but the council says that they believe it might be theirs. So they're in the process of investigating it, go through all records and stuff like that. So I did decide to go there today, and I tell you, it was trashy. All I kept detecting was trash, trash, trash. There was tin cans, there's foil, there's iron, there's steel, there's nothing there which I could actually get out of the ground worth keeping. And the detector I took was the Chinese rip-off of the Tectonics one. And I still had problems trying to suss out the settings and what signals or what on there. So then I went round to the back on the public woodland for about 10 minutes, and I tell you, it's just like the one I went to beside Ron's property. It is trashy, so much trashy, it's unbelievable. So I decided to give up, and I was talking to Ron that I need to get some more permissions, and he mentioned a particular person's name. So he told me where this person lives roughly, and it's about a 10-15 minute walk. So anyway, I tried finding where this person lived, and no one knew where he lived, kind of thing. So I actually spoke to a couple of people in some houses, asking if they owned any of the land. They said no, it's owned by the manor house or whatever it's called, yeah. And I said, if you go up there, they might be able to help you. So I walked about another 10-15 minutes, and the manor house was completely shut. Couldn't get through the great big massive iron gates. So I left my little card there. I will go up there again sometime in the near future, when I don't know. I might try to find it on Google and ring them up. But I went walking around, asking people, knocking on doors. Spoke to a few nice people, and they said they would if they could, but it's like council land, they just rent it and they don't want to get any problems with the council, kind of thing. But a few people kept mentioning one particular name, which I've heard over and over again. And this particular person owns a lot of land, and I mean a lot of land. So I went hunting for his house, and I did eventually find it. It's not an actual house; it's like a little shop. And I went in there and I asked him, and you'll hear me talking about this on the video when it's uploaded. This guy has got what he does. He buys other people's land, whoever can't either afford it or just want to sell it, kind of thing. And he also buys land from the council. Now he said he's got about 13, 14 different properties which he himself owns, but he's not willing to let anyone metal detect on it. Because one minute he's saying it's the council, the next minute he's saying that he buys it himself. So what's he doing? Are they actually selling it to council and then he's buying it from the council so he can re-rent and resell? Or is he actually buying it from people and then selling it to the council? So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird muddled up story he was telling me, and I didn't record it. Kind of weird, muddled up, confusing story he was saying. So, I asked him, is there anywhere I could metal detect? Does he know anyone who's got any private land? No. He goes, I've told you, you already asked me that. I buy the land and I'm not willing to let anyone metal detect. But that's bullshit, because not far from there's a guy called John who's got a little bit of land at the back of his house, and he does events. Now, I saw him last week, and he was on the video. Now, he's not contacted me back as of yet, but I'm not too concerned because I do have his number. And, his event starts in September, and I don't really want to be digging holes in his backyard where he holds these events in case, someone might trip over and injure themselves. I'd rather wait until the event is over and done with, then contact him. And if he says, yeah, then I can go down because, this event is supposed to be big. And, you never know how many people might lose coins or rings or, lose change or whatever, kind of thing. So I'm going to wait until September and then ask him if I can milk detect. And if it's just for 1 or 2 days, kind of thing. And if he says, yeah, great. If he says no, then no. But, it's not a definite yes or no at the moment. Before I spoke to the guy who owns all this land, he's kind of big-headed. He go, well, I'm the second biggest landowner around here. Well, yeah, and you're not willing to let anyone fucking metal detect on your land, you tight ass git. I spoke to a lady who was feeding a horse outside some fields, and I said, do you know if the landowners here? I was wondering if I could get some permission to milk detect. She goes, oh, she's not here. And when she said she, I thought, oh, hang on, is this person's name so-and-so? I knew the person's name. She said, yeah. Goes, she's not here at the moment because they had a bit of a do last night. Probably got a bit plastered, but she'll be here back, be here later on today. But I wasn't willing to wait around. But she has got a bit of land now. And next to it, there's a Chinese guy who's got land. I couldn't find that area, but apparently this Chinese guy's a bit of a funny bugger. He don't want people pasturing, grazing on his land. He don't even want horses on his land. So, and I was told he might not even talk to me about milk detecting kind of thing. But this lady I was speaking to, she goes, yeah, the lady who owns it, she's not here at the moment because she had a bit of a bad night last night, celebrating something. And, she had probably been in the afternoon. So I said, oh, because I've got property over the back there. And I told them, the landowner's name's Ron. I goes, oh, right, yeah, she probably know him. I said, if she speaks to him, he can tell her what I'm like. So I actually gave this lady my card, my hobby card, for her to give it to the landowner. And hopefully, fingers crossed, she might either ring me or message me or email me, and we'll see how that goes. But after I spoke to this other guy, the one who's got, supposed to be the second, biggest landowner around here, he's got 13, 14 big fields, properties, which he's not willing to allow any metal detectors on there. I kind of thought, well, I saw this, I just came and walking. And I had to go to a certain direction so I can get to the bus stop. And there's a couple of houses which I walked past which had fields in. I thought, no, I ain't going to bother. And there's me, picking blackberries or the old blackberry bush and stuck in my face to get some of the energy back. So I've been walking a few hours and my feet were aching and I felt hungry and, my energy was running low. So the blackberries kind of helped me a little bit. And as I was walking down this long pathway, I saw this plough field. It's not a big field. I say about maybe acre, 2 acres, if that. And I thought, Christ, that's the first plough field I've seen anywhere. All the other fields are either chest high grass length or, ponies and horses are feeding off it, and every time I ask, it's not their land or it's the council's land or it's owned by someone else and they only kind of rent the land, blah, blah, blah. When I saw this field which was ploughed, so I knocked on this door and I said, sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for people who own land so I can get permission to milk detect. So this guy goes, oh, you need to talk to next door neighbour, it's Eadsfield. He goes, he'll probably be round the back somewhere. So I said, oh, right, okay, fair enough, thanks a lot. So I went to this next door neighbour and I called out and I couldn't hear or see anyone. So I thought, might have to come back to this one in a couple of weeks' time or something, you know. And I called out, no one heard me. So I thought, oh, sorry, I'll just leave my card in the letterbox. And I was just about going to turn away to walk off, and I heard this guy go, oi, can I help you? I went, yeah, actually you can. I said, sorry to bother you, but that field there, the neighbour said, it's your field, is that correct? He goes, yeah. I said, it's the first plough field I've seen anywhere, actually, and what I'm trying to do is get permission to do some milk detecting on like people's land. And he turns around and goes, oh, I can't see why not? Knock yourself out, mate. I thought, what? He goes, yeah. I said, bloody hell, you're the first person who said yes to me. And I told him, like, I've got permission over near a certain area, where my main permission is. And he goes, yeah, I think I know where that is. I'm not 100% sure, though. I said, are you sure I can milk detect you? He goes, yeah, I can't see why not, It's my land, you do what you want to do. So I got permission to do this land, and it's, as I say, it's ploughed, and we stood there talking for a while. He said that someone used to milk detect there about 10, 15 years ago. And, he goes, don't be surprised if it's been wiped out. I said, no, that won't be wiped out because over the years and the conditions and the environment, deeper stuff can actually come more up to close surface. And, when you're actually using a machinery to harvest your ground and dig your ground and turf your ground, that can also bring stuff up from, deeper below. He goes, oh, yeah, that's true. So I said, so it's okay for me to come up here in a couple of weeks' time and milk detect. Yeah, why not? So I told him I've got one of these agreement forms, and if he wants, I can bring one of those up. And he goes, no, don't worry about that. I said, well, you sure? He goes, yeah, because I told him I'm a member of the MCMD, and I've got liability of £10 million. So if I was to do any kind of damage, then not to worry, it will be covered. But the only way it'd be covered is if he feels the forming. He goes, I can't see you doing any damage. I said, well, I don't really do deep holes because it kind of knackers out quite a lot. And, I prefer to do shallows if possible. I said, if I did dig, it'd only be no more than 5 inches anyway. And I'd cover the hole back up. He goes, hey, you don't have to worry about that, mate. You just come and knock yourself out and do what you want to do. And I said to him, if I find a thing of interest, I'll give him first dibs. And if he says, yeah, take it. If he don't, then I'll keep it. And I told him that I found a button over on my main permission not long ago, actually. And it's a button with one of those hunting beagles on. And I said, I'll put it on Facebook. And I've just asking queries about it. And someone actually sent me back some information saying it's a hunting button. And it's 1800s. And in that condition, it's worth between £100 and £150. Now, I could have kept that, but I told the guy I offered my landowner the button. I wanted my landowner to have the button because it's, although I found it, it still was on his land. And I wanted him to have something historical kind of thing, I was happy enough to find it. I was happy enough to keep it for a couple of days. I was happy enough to take some videos of it and photos. I wanted him to take it. So, eventually he said, okay, you take it. Now, if I find anything of interest on your property, I'll do the same to you. And I'll always keep an eye out, if any trespassers start doing stuff on your land, if I see any dead animals or anything like that, I'll let you know. And he goes, well, actually, you won't have to worry about that, because he said some other guy come up to him not long ago and wanted to know if he could do some shooting, shooting pigeons and stuff like that off of the land, with a BB gun or something like that. So I think he said yes to that, kind of thing. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, I've got like a new bit of land to, to do some milk detecting on. So it's not big, probably 2 acres of that. But I'm definitely going up there within the next week or two. I'm just waiting for me Simplex to come back from the repairs because it's not charging up for the battery. Why, I don't know. So once that's back, I'm going up there probably next week, actually, maybe about, this time next week, Saturday, and, go and detect it and see how I can find anything. Now, I know there is stuff on there because I saw some like pottery. I found a bit of broken embossed glass bottle. So if there's that kind of stuff, there might still be, more modern day stuff. I say like from, early 1900s up to today. And, you might even find some other stuff because he did tell me that about 15 years ago, there used to be a guy around there detecting a lot of the properties until like a lot of the properties decided to sell their land to the council or move on and sell it to other people or rent it, kind of thing. And he thinks that, he might have cleared a lot of the land out, kind of thing. I said, no. I said, you could do a field a dozen times and still find stuff. If you've been ploughing your land quite regularly, you're going to be bringing stuff up and you only know until you detected it. He also stated that about 15 years ago, there was a horde of, I think it was Saxon axes or either Saxon or medieval axes they found. So if that's true or not, I don't know. But if they are finding stuff like that, and he also said that the guy who used to milk detect there found Roman coins. So if he found Roman coins, there's still got to be stuff over there, and I'm hoping I'll find a Roman coin over there. So I've still never found a Roman coin. That is my top of the bucket list. That is to find a Roman coin. I could buy a fucking Roman coin off the internet, but it's not the same, kind of thing. When you find a button worth 150 quid, or silver sixpence for the first time, or a silver shilling or whatever, you get that kind of like excitement. I want to have had the excitement of finding, a Roman coin or even a Saxon coin or, a hoard of coins, kind of thing. I said, well, if I ever find a hoard of coins, split it 50-50 kind of thing, well, that probably might have to call the archaeology group so they can come down and like, check out the site and do what they need to do. And they would value it and they'll offer us so much money, we could split it and do it that way. So yeah, like, he seems interested. He's given me the permission to actually milk detect up there. I did go back to the neighbour's house. I said, I've spoken to the guy. He's given permission. So if you see me on the field one day, then don't worry about it. He goes, oh, right, thanks for letting me know. So otherwise I might come out with a shotgun or something and, like, force you off the property. Maybe took a shot at you or something, So I said, no, that's why I'll come to let you know that I have got permission to be on the land and I won't be up for about a week or two anyway. So I said, okay, fair enough. So, yeah, second permission. And I think if I had to walk from there to my main permission, it's about a 30-minute walk. Now, there are buses I could get, but it means if I was at my main permission, I'd get to get on the bus from there and come back as if I was coming back home. Then I'd have to get off a certain stop and walk, I think it's about 10 minutes to get to that place. So this new place I've got is, I say, on the bus travelling time between 5 to 10 minutes before my main permission. So, I could go there if I weren't finding nothing. Yeah. Let's put it this way. If we get a lot of rain and the ground starts getting soft, and I was able to go back up to my main permission because my main permission, everyone's asked me to stop digging there for now because the ground's so hard. It's kind of like putting the pressure on the ground and not letting the dug up earth settle back down into the ground, if you know what I mean. So he said, well, just temporary on hold, it's not banned, you're not being barred, you're not being kicked off, just like wait until, we get the wintry weather, let it soften up the ground, and, come back up and milk detect as much as you like again, kind of thing. So I'm glad because now I've got a permission near to my main permission where I can actually go and dig and wait until we get, weather where it's going to pour down the rain, hopefully for a couple of days and moisten up the ground again. So anyway, you'll see the field in the video towards the end of the video. First half is just me, trying to milk detect and trying to like find some targets. And the two places I tried, it's just so trashy. It was unbelievable. I was getting hits, signals, constantly next to each other, and I wasn't going to dig those, with that Chinese knockoff milk detector. That would be okay, in an area where there's not a lot of like public use kind of thing. But hopefully when I get the simplex back, I'll be going up there and detecting the new bloody site. But I will have to go and check that lady out, see if I can still get any kind of permission from that one. I did speak to another elderly man actually, where there's a big field, but it's like overgrown, and he very old, and he's going on about the war, and but he said that it's like council land, and he couldn't really let me dig there. So but I spoke to good half dozen people today, and two of them looks not saying yes, but not saying no at the moment. It's kind of like they've got my card. They can give me a call if they decide. I'll give it a few months and I'll go back knocking on the door again and just ask again. But anyway, that's it for now, and the video will be up later on tonight. So the two woodlands I checked out, too trashy, too many horrible signals. So I decided to pack up and went on a permission hunt. And so I did get permission today, which is good. All right, catch you on the next one. The video will be up later on tonight, so I don't know what time, but it'll be up later. Cheers. Bye.